Oh, spoiler alert. Charlotte will not be on that list. Ever.
Yeah.
You know, somebody said something since you brought that name up. And I guess we can kind of sort of discuss it now. Mm-hmm. Somebody brought up, why do we get mad at Charlotte's nepotism, but not Cody's? Because Cody's whole career is that he's the son of the American Dream.
Well, see, that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Because see, the thing is, Cody isn't treated any different because of his name. But WWE makes a point in like forcing it down our fucking throats over and over again. Case in point, I mean, we're going to get into it later, but I mean, you think about the promo that Cody cut this week. Mm-hmm. Hands down. I mean, I'm getting chills thinking about it now, but the way that he cut that promo shows exactly why he can talk about his lineage, because he does it out of respect and not out of entitlement. Charlotte, granted, it's probably because of her character as well, but she has that demeanor that says, hey, I deserve this because my father was 16-time world champion. Cody doesn't do that. Anything Cody does, again, we'll get into it later, but he cherishes his lineage in a way that says, hey, I want to keep this as a respected brand, so to speak. I mean, there is nothing better than what, like, I think out of anybody who is in this business, I think he's probably the best one that has done it with having the lineage that he has. Because you don't see the same thing done with Orton, because WWE did that with Orton as well. They pushed him like that. They tried to do it with Rock. Rock got himself over, so it really didn't matter on that end. They were going to try to do the shit with Ted DiBiase Jr., but they gave up on him, so that shit didn't work. It's Curtis Axel.
He's still doing fine.
They screwed him over completely.
That is true.
And it's just,
let him use Henning.
Exactly. So it's like, and so with Charlotte, they're just, and it's mainly because she's a female, because you definitely didn't see David Flair being treated like that at all. So now when you have Charlotte Flair as a female, it's almost like they couldn't wait to replicate the same thing that Ric Flair did, just on the female side. And that's the problem.
And, I think it's unfair because in Cody's case, Cody didn't, I'll probably say the only true nepotism probably happened with Cody might have been him winning the NWA title.
True. I can see that as well.
Yeah.
So that way he can at least say he had the same title as his dad. But even then, he won the title and damn near lost it right back to Nick Aldis, like a couple of months later? Like he didn't hold on to it long. Mm-hmm. Charlotte's case, Charlotte will drop a belt, win the belt, drop the belt,
win it,
take a couple of weeks away, come back to the title picture, disappear, come back to a title picture. Wait a minute, hold on, wait. This title picture is missing something. Charlotte. So, hell, look at even what they did with the NXT aspect of it. Like, she challenged Rhea while Rhea was dealing with Bianca. That was the better matchup. Then Bianca got phased out because Charlotte, quote unquote, eliminated the problem. And then it was like, nah, I'm going to take your NXT title. And for what?
Wait, hold on a second. I got to sidebar this. That is a damn good point about Charlotte just not doing anything for the people that she comes to work with. Like, she eliminated the problem that was Bianca Belair. What the fuck?
Well, see that's the thing, because I was going to ask that about that situation. Wasn't that the first time that the NXT Women's Championship was defended on a WrestleMania?
Any NXT title.
Okay, case in point, especially to your point, Jaeger, is exactly that point. It's like they do these things so that way she can have like these accolades that she does not deserve. She had no business in that.
No, 100%.
So yeah, that's like she wasn't in NXT anymore, and for her, and then when she won the title, she didn't do anything to put anybody over in NXT. She didn't pull a Finn Balor and then go to NXT and then actually stay there and help build things up. You know, all she did was basically, hey, put this belt on her, have her be the one of the women to be in that first NXT defended title match on a WrestleMania, and then move on from there. And then to even not take the pin.
And don't forget, in December, she was magically shooed in a tag team match, and now she can say she's Super Grand Slam Plus because Charlotte is the only woman who still counts the damn Divas title when it comes to Grand Slam championships. She's the only one that does that. So, and then, because I mean, let's really face it. If Cody truly wanted to use nepotism, Cody would have been world champ. Cody would have been TNT, or I mean, Cody was TNT champ. He probably would have still been TNT champ. He would have found a random tag team partner and became tag champ.
And for shitting gigs, he would have taken the FTW champ off of Brian Cage.
He would have somehow found a way for Brandy to take the women's title, and he would have took the title off of Brandy. So I mean, hell, even when Cody was in New Japan, even when Cody was in New Japan or in Ring of Honor, he still fought the fault. He wasn't always involved in title pictures. So I don't see how people say we don't talk about Charlotte's nepotism. Charlotte's nepotism is 100% based on the fact that we want to keep your dad in our good graces. And we want to keep you in our good graces, which is why you can say, oh, I'm Charlotte Flair, 11-time champion.
Yeah. You got to actually, to add to your point, though, for his NWA title, I would say more so it wasn't even about Cody like trying to get his dad's belt. I think that was just to plug All In as a bigger show than what it was.
And that too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was all for hype for I mean, I shouldn't say it was all for hype, but I mean, yeah, I definitely think a portion of that, or a significant portion, goes to that for All In.
Charlotte Flair, before you say what you got to say, Dizzle, Charlotte Flair will never make a stipulation. If I lose this match, I will never challenge for the title again.
Right? Oh, absolutely
never.
Charlotte Flair would never.
Charlotte? No.
Yeah, like I mean, and to the point of the NWA title thing. I mean, even if that is a mark against Cody, if we're putting it in that category, we have to remember he still took that title and went to NWA, defended it. And still wrestled on NWA TV.
Right.
So, you know, and then he, of course, you know, Nick Aldis got it back. So, I mean, there's, you know, no issue there.
Aldis got it back,
shout out to Nick Aldis, man. I need justice for him all over the place. But, but regardless, I don't know who brought that question up about the nepotism.
It was some guy on Twitter. And then somebody posted about it, and I didn't read what the caption was saying. I just thought it was interesting to bring to YouTube fellas because
it is.
It was like you. I hate the phrase apples to oranges. This ain't an apples to oranges situation. If you've been following Charlotte's career since she's been on main roster, and you've been following Cody's career since he left WWE. It's been a tale of two cities.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, it's been a tale of two cities. Charlotte has been, and it sucks because once again, people, listen to what we say. We're not saying Charlotte isn't talented. We're not saying Charlotte is undeserving. We're just saying, why is she always featured in the main event? always, and given a title. She's given. I would not be surprised if she doesn't win this belt Sunday. It would shock me. It would literally shock me if she doesn't win this triple threat match.
Well,
and become 12-time champion.
And look, I'm not saying that Ric Flair hasn't helped the up and comers or the next generation or the new generation here and there. I'm just saying is that I hear way more about what Dusty Rhodes has done for the new generation and next generation, and very little about what Ric Flair has done to help bring up the next generation. Yet WWE doesn't glorify Dusty Rhodes the way that they glorify Ric Flair.
Nope.
So keep that in mind when you keep thinking about random guy on Twitter, when you think about these fucking questions that pop up in your head, because it's stupid. It's stupid.
Oh, random guy on Twitter.
Yeah, random guy on Twitter. Son of a bitch.
Nicely put.
But yeah, man, wait, that was the last one, right, Scoot?
Yeah, that was the last WWE related story.
Ooh.
Oh, and just for the record, anytime somebody wants to be a smartass about it, yes, I know there's a Dusty Classic, but that's not WWE. NXT does that. So before you start to get on your high horse, it's like, oh wait, but they do no.
I mean, that's the only time they really give a whole bunch of homage to Dusty is during the Dusty Classic.
Yeah, like you have to actually listen to interviews and podcasts to ever hear wrestlers talk about Dusty and his impact. Because I remember when Enzo and Cass was on Jericho's podcast, they was talking about how Dusty is one of the main reasons why their catchphrases was the way they were. You know, Woods has talked about Dusty on the New Day podcast, so it's like it's weird. But yeah, that's a bad comparison with Charlotte and Cody.
Yeah. Very, very much so. But
stupid guy on Twitter.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.